Every gamer knows the golden rule of survival: watch your step. In every digital world, falling from a great height means an instant game over. We call it fall damage. For millions of years, human biology has operated on this exact same default mechanic. Gravity pulls us down, and the ground destroys us. It is the ultimate fear hardwired into our DNA. Think about it. Every city we build, every single step we take is controlled entirely by the invisible threat of the drop. We are trapped on the surface, terrified of the empty space right above us. It dictates our architecture, our transportation, and our deepest, darkest nightmares. But what if tomorrow morning the simulation received a patch? What if overnight the developers of reality simply turned fall damage completely off? Gravity still exists, things still fall, but hitting the ground at terminal velocity no longer hurts at all. Welcome to the new physics of planet Earth. Let's explore what happens when humanity loses its oldest fear. Phase 1. The redesign of our world. For centuries, we built our cities around the fragility of the human body. We constructed stairs, elevators, and safety rails. We trapped ourselves inside concrete boxes to stay safe from the drop. But in a world without fall damage, architecture instantly changes. The staircase becomes a useless relic of the past. Balconies no longer have glass barriers. Imagine looking at a 100-story skyscraper. It no longer needs emergency fire escapes. If there is a fire, or if you simply want to leave your apartment, you open your living room window and you step out into the thin air. You feel the wind rushing past your face. You plummet for hundreds of feet. And then, bam! You hit the asphalt. The concrete cracks beneath your shoes. You calmly brush the dust off your jacket, take a sip of your morning coffee, and walk to the subway. The city becomes a vertical playground. Phase 2. The end of the morning traffic. Think about the time we waste moving horizontally, sitting in cars trapped in endless gridlock on massive bridges. But when the fear of the fall is removed, transportation becomes a three-dimensional experience. Commercial airplanes no longer need to land at massive, expensive airports outside the city. Instead, giant transport planes fly slowly over metropolitan areas. When the pilot announces your stop, the giant cargo doors open. You don't put on a parachute. You just grab your backpack, look down at the tiny glowing lights of the city, and jump. Imagine thousands of commuters raining down from the morning clouds like peaceful drops of water, landing precisely in their neighborhoods, walking into their offices completely unharmed. It is the ultimate freedom of movement. We finally conquer the sky, not by flying, but by mastering the art of the fall. Phase 3. The revolution of logistics. The global economy relies on carefully lowering things to the ground. Cranes, forklifts, and complex delivery systems exist solely to prevent damage. But when gravity is no longer a weapon, the entire supply chain becomes beautifully simple. Of your high-rise apartment, you don't need a moving company. You simply push your refrigerator, your sofa, and your television out of a 40th floor window. Assuming objects share this same glitch, everything lands perfectly intact. Construction workers no longer need safety harnesses. Building a megastructure takes half the time. If a worker drops their hammer from the clouds, they just jump down after it, pick it up, and take the elevator back up. The concept of a workplace accident is entirely rewritten. Phase 4. The death of adrenaline. Humans love to flirt with danger. We invented bungee jumping, skydiving, and base jumping just to feel the rush of cheating death. The thrill comes entirely from the risk of the fall. But when falling is completely safe, the thrill entirely vanishes. Skydiving becomes as boring as riding a bus. Mountain climbing loses all of its glory. Why spend 3 grueling days climbing Mount Everest when the journey back down is just a quick 5-minute drop into the snowy valleys? To find true excitement, humanity would have to invent entirely new, bizarre forms of entertainment. Instead of running from danger, people would organize massive meteor drops, where hundreds of friends jump from the edge of space at the exact same time, racing to see who can crack the pavement the hardest. Phase 5. The reprogramming of the human mind. The fear of heights, acrophobia, is one of our oldest survival instincts. It is a biological alarm system warning you of sudden destruction. But in this new world, children are born completely without it. A toddler climbing a massive tree is no longer a crisis for a parent. It is just playtime. If they slip, they just bounce back up and try again. A whole generation grows up looking down from the edge of massive cliffs, not with shaking knees and sweaty palms, but with absolute unbreakable peace. They look at the terrifying drops and see nothing but a shortcut. Our brains would completely rewire themselves. By removing this one fundamental fear, human confidence would skyrocket. We would become a species that is truly untethered from the ground. Ultimately, turning off fall damage wouldn't just change the laws of physics, it would change what it means to be human. Earth would no longer be a fragile, dangerous habitat. It would become a limitless, unbreakable playground, a world where the sky is not the limit, but simply the starting point of your journey back down. So, ask yourself, if you woke up tomorrow and the simulation had disabled fall damage, where is the very first place you would jump from? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the If and hit the bell icon. Stay curious. Unlock admin mode.